April 8th. And Noah Soper takes the hill for the Northeastern Plainsmen. Our starting pitcher brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Equitable Savings and Loan is there for all of your banking needs because they're your friends and your neighbors. You want to do banking with people you know and people who know you. Stop by one of their 10 locations across the plains or visit equitable-savings.com. Noah Soper on the bump, 1-3 this year, his 10th start. 21 2/3 innings of work, 31 strikeouts, and 12 walks for Noah Soper. The Northeastern Plainsman will turn to the former Sterling Tiger and see if he can't right the ship. He really struggled last time out. Saturday, March 30th, he went just 2 innings. Gave up 8 runs, only 2 of them earned, 6 hits, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. Struggled in a loss to Trinidad State, struggled in a loss at CSU Pueblo JV in relief both times. Really, the last solid start that you've gotten out of him was against Miles back on February 19th. He went 5 innings, gave up 1 hit, struck out 10, and walked 2, but the team couldn't hold on to the lead late in that one. He's struggled in the command capacity as the righty. We'll see if he can't turn the corner against a McCook team that got some good contact in the first game today, but I think Noah's matched up really well with them. He'll be caught by Josh Cote, Josh Moore at first, Joel Franco at second, Luke Byler at third, James Nolan at short, Windrews in left, Harrison Good in center, and Jackson Doty in right. Luke Bias will lead things off. Nathan Hutchinson and Michael Quick, the next 2, also guaranteed up in this first inning. Jackson Yeager will bat clean up. Corey Wouters will hit 5th. Maddox Shaver 6th. Blake Dale 7th. Will Edwards in left, batting 8th, and Jake Quinlivan is 9th. That's the only change. Edwards for McCook and Byler for NJC. Everything else is the same from game number 1 as Luke Bias will offer at the first pitch from Noah Soper this afternoon. Western Engineering Consultants wants you to trust them with all your engineering process. Big firm products, small firm relationships. Visit westerneci.com. The Northeastern Plainsmen looking to get a victory and get themselves back right in the mix of the regional standings. 1-1 pitch across for strike number 2. Soper. 1-2. Pitch. Dances just off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes as couldn't be pulled across by Josh Cote. Plainsman came into play today tied for the final playoff spot as a fastball's low. They'll keep pace with Lamar, who took a victory in their first game today over WNCC, or no, they got hung a loss today. They were 4-6. Inside corner, dancing it on there on the offering to Bias' Soper, and he gets a backwards K to kick things off in the first inning. So regional standings as of right now: Western Nebraska 10-1, Southeast 9-2 with a win in Game 1 today. McCook 7-3, Otero 5-5, Lamar and NJC both 4-7. Of course, Otero, Trinidad, they were playing today. No result put in yet on that one, so that'll be mobile and fluid, if you will, through this Monday as the 0-1 pitch is low to Nathan Hutchinson from Noah Soper, and the count evens out at a ball and a strike. Pitch hops all the way to the backstop. 2 balls, 1 strike. Big weekend this upcoming weekend for NJC on the road at Luna. 2-1 pitch, fastball on the outside corner, 2 balls and 2 strikes. You really need all 3 of 4 or all 4 to still be in the mix for a top 2 this weekend if you're NJC. 2-2 pitch, 1 hopper over to second. Franco swallows it up and tosses it to first in time for 3 put out, 2 away in the top of the first inning. And the home and home, April 19th and 21st with Otero games in Sterling on that Friday. Home and home with Lamar the 26th and 28th. in Lamar on Friday, at home on Sunday. Really the next 3 weekends for NJC baseball with who they're playing going to make or break this season. Michael Quick to the plate. He'll wave at the first offering from Noah Sopa. Nasty pitch on the inside corner for strike number 1. A little different approach to this game from the pitching capacity as the fastball's off, 1 ball, 1 strike. When you play the 7 half of the doubleheader, you want to get 5, potentially 6 out of your starter. In the best case scenario, you get the complete game. There's no misgivings that you're ever going to get a complete game in these 9-inning affairs. If you can get 6 out of your starter, you'll be in great shape, although there's quite a bit of the NJC pen available for this one. 2-1 with 2 away. Soper breaking ball across, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Try and get the side down in order for Noah Soper. Rock and fire, fastball in tight. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Got a strikeout looking on his first 3-2 in this top of the first inning. Soper, payoff pitch, swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Side down in order. Plainsman bats will hit bottom of inning number 1 next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Northeastern, Plainsman, and McCook Community College Indians scoreless. Bottom of the first, brought to you by Sidney Regional Medical Center. Don't let an injury keep you out of the game. Sidney Regional Medical Center, Sidney, Nebraska. Online, SydneyRMC.com. Lee Friedrich will make his 5th start of the year. The freshman righty for McCook is 1-1, 18 2/3 innings of work this year. He's struck out 16 with the tune of a 12.05 earned run average. He garnered 3 innings worth of work, 3 hits and 3 runs allowed, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks against Otero in the 9-3 win on Friday, March 29th. Walks have been the problem for Friedrich this season, 21 of them in 18 2/3 innings of work. He's also given up 30 hits. Only defensive change for McCook is their left fielder, Will Edwards. Michael Quick behind the plate, Jackson Yeager at first, Maddox Shaver at second, Luke Bias at third. Blake Dale will be at short. Will Edwards in left, Nathan Hutchinson in center, and Jake Quinlivan in right. Only one change in the Plainsman batting order as Joel Franco leads things off. Wynn Drews and Josh Cote, the other due up in the first. Lane Snow batting cleanup. Jackson Doty 5th. Harrison Good will be 6th. Josh Moore, James Nolan, and Luke Byler will round out the batting order as the first pitch is away for ball number 1. Byler, the only of the names mentioned for NJC that didn't see action in game number 1. Friedrich, fastball up the ladder for ball 2 to Joel Franco. He stole a couple bases in the first game today. Friedrich, fastball delivered. Franco lifts it out to right field. Long run for Quinlivan. He's able to... No, he isn't able to pull it in. Got there on the track, got over his head, couldn't pull it in. It is a leadoff double for Joel Franco. Read it very well off the bat, but then mistimed the jump, did Quinlivan, and it's a knock for the Plainsman to kick things off in the bottom of inning number 1. When Drews will step to the plate. Drews, exceptional performance for him at the plate. This top part of the order was great in the first game, the 8-7 win today. Luke Friedrich, first pitch, powers it onto the outside corner for strike number 1. Friedrich gets his signs from Quick, keeping an eye on Franco. Pitch delivered. Drews shows bunt, pulls back, runs across the zone. 0-2, so bunts out of the equation now. Look to drive something to the right side and at least advance the runner over. Although Drews and the Plainsmen have had a lot of solid contact today, you could take that early single in this one and tie it, or give yourself the lead, 0-2. Pitch up the ladder for ball 1. Roller coaster in game number 1. Had the edge 3-1. Had the edge 6-1. Then all of a sudden, bang, tied at 6. Up 7-6, tied at 7. Got the win. The home run in the 8th, or in the 7th. 1-2. Pitch off the mark 6th. I'm going to get there eventually. Josh Cote had that home run. Cote set the program mark for single-season home runs with his 16th last time at the plate. Also gave him his 30th career home run. That is a program record. And the solo home run is 97th run batted in as a Plainsman. That, too, was a program record as Cote watches the first pitch off the plate for ball number 1. So one swing of the bat, he broke 3 records in the 6th inning, and most importantly got the win for NJC. Friedrich, 1-0 off the plate, and they're not going to give Josh Cote much of anything to work with. Looks back at the umpire with a smile on his face. He's well aware there's not going to be much in his wheelhouse. 3 consecutive games with home runs against McCook. Friedrich, fastball onto the outside corner. If you're NJC, especially with such a dangerous guy at the plate, I wouldn't be surprised to see Coach Catchell get a little aggressive early here and try and get Franco to third with Cote still at the plate. 2-1. Dances off the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Let's go. Be better.
Friedrich. Breaking ball up, ball 4. So Friedrich issues a walk to Josh Cote, and Lane Snow will step to the plate. Snow was in line to be the hero with the big 3-run home run in the 4th inning of Game 1 that put NJC up 6-1, and then things quickly evaporated for them. Huge shot for Lane Snow over the center field fence, and he's going to drive one out to left field. Trying to make the catch. Will Edwards jumps, can't pull it down. Franco will tag from second and come all the way in as Edwards' throw is cut off. It's an RBI knock for Lane Snow, and the Northeastern Plainsmen have a 1-0 lead with 1 away in the bottom of the 1st inning thanks to Lane Snow. Bank of Colorado believes in keeping banking simple. Apply for the loan you need for your dream home fully online. bankofcolorado.com, member FDIC. First pitch off the plate for ball number 1 as Jackson Doty steps in. Doty in right field in this second game. Wears one off the outside of his right leg, so hit by a pitch, loads the bases up to Harrison Good. Good didn't start in game one. Came in as a pinch hit and then a defensive replacement. He'll look to come through with a quality swing to add to the already 1-0 NJC advantage. First pitch, Good takes it across for strike number 1. Good coming into play today. 2 homers, 16 runs batted in, 231 on the batting average. 0-1 fastball on the outside corner, no balls, 2 strikes. Still 1 away, so a lot of different ways you can try and manufacture another run here if you're NJC. Most importantly is to continue to run that pitch count up. I've been very patient today and made all the arms for McCook work. 0-2 pitch off the plate for ball number 1. Starter went 61 pitches through 2 innings in the first game today. Reliever threw 87 over the next 4. So NJC's been averaging seeing more than 20 pitches an inning. Good watches the 1-2 off the plate, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Almost 25 pitches an inning for NJC today. 20th pitch of the frame for Friedrich. The bases loaded, 2-2 pitch. Pop to the backstop, foul by Good. Will do it again. These 4-game sets where you go 7-9, 7-9. You see 16 innings, or 14 as were the case with the run rule in effect on Friday in McCook. Breaking ball up, and the count will go full. Imagining guys keep themselves limited to anywhere from 60 to 80 pitches, 80 to 100 probably now that we're into April. You can get into 10, 11 pitchers in a series. 3-2, low and away, ball 4. Harrison Good draws the RBI walk. Lane Snow moves to third. Jackson Doty to second. Good to first as Josh Cote tags home. And NJC with a 2-0 lead. We'll see Josh Moore come to the plate. Moore 0 for 2 for being lifted in game number 1 today. Getting the start at first. First pitch sails off the plate for ball number 1. Friedrich hops it to the plate, ball 2, bases loaded, bottom of the first inning, and here comes the McCook pitching coach because Leif Friedrich has really struggled with his command, and 4th game of a series, especially when you consider that game 2 on Friday was a 25-3 NJC win. There wasn't just one pitcher in that ball game for McCook. So what arms do you have available to you? NJC was fortunate that they were able to eat a good chunk of both of those games of the doubleheader without an immense amount of damage to the depth of their pen. I asked Coach Catchell between games, who do you have left? And I mean, he trotted off 6-7 names of guys that have seen innings this season, right? More than just, one outing this year that could potentially pitch in this game. Don't know you can say the same if you're McCook. Fastball delivered to Moore after the visit to the mound, fouled off. 2 balls, 1 strike. Plainsmen lead 2-0. Friedrich up the ladder. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Or 3 balls, 1 strike, pardon me, to Josh Moore. Friedrich will fire, and more tattoos a ball out to left field. It is a deep drive that will be pulled in the gap in left center field. Lane Snow tags, comes home. Jackson Doty tags, heads to third. It's a sac fly RBI, and the Plainsmen have a 3-0 lead with now 2 away in the bottom of inning number 1. Runners on the corners, and James Nolan will step to the plate for the Northeastern Plainsmen. Nolan. Breaking ball stays up for ball number 1. Back to the point of the number of arms available. 4 arms were used in the 25-3 game for McCook Community College. Fastball up the ladder for ball 2. 11-4 win in game 1 on Friday. NJC used 3 arms. McCook only had 2 as Aiden Johnson garnered his 5th win of the year. Field umpire is going to step out and say something to Friedrich. I would imagine it's that balk warning. We did see several balks called in the first game today. Not coming set long enough or properly. 2-0 waved at by Nolan. 3-0 NJC in the bottom of the first. 2 more out there for James Nolan to work with. Runner moving, pitch delivered. Swing and a miss, or maybe a foul tip by Nolan, is good, locked and headed back to the bag. However you want to look at that one. Runners remain at the corners. 2-2. Friedrich. Pitch delivered. Off the plate. Count will run full. Lee Friedrich has already used 32 pitches in this first inning. Second full count. A lot of foul balls and deep counts. 3-2. Friedrich pitch delivered. Ball lifted by Nolan out to left center field. Long run for both outfielders. It is not tracked down by either Edwards or Hutchinson. Because runners are moving, Good goes from first to home. Doty trots in from third. It's now 5-0 NJC on the RBI double in the bottom of the first inning. And Luke Byler, the 9th batter to the plate for the Northeastern Plainsmen. A chance with 2 away once again. Byler's 25th game of the year, 232 on the batting average, 2 home runs, 14 batted in, runner moving. First pitch up the ladder for ball 1, and then the throw down. Nolan swipes third, quick throws it into left. It's 6-0 NJC. Nolan gets a steal of third and home on the E2. The bases are empty with a 6th spot in the bottom of the first for NJC. Friedrich will power it down the heart of the plate with the bases empty now. Breaking ball dances out of the zone for a ball. I don't think NJC could have asked for much better than 6 runs on 3 hits in this first inning. Just efficient as all get out. Pitch across for a strike. 2 strikes in the count now to Byler. Friedrich. Breaking ball up. The count now runs full. Payoff pitch to the 9-hole hitter. Friedrich up the ladder, ball 4, and A 2-out walk puts Byler on base for Joel Franco, who kicked this inning off with a double. Plainsmen have produced 3 hits. They've been walked 1, 2, 3 times and a hit batter. Joel Franco squares to bunt. First pitch tails off the plate. 4-1. And quickly to the pen heads some arms for the McCook Community College Indians as Lee Friedrich is at 40 pitches in the first inning. 1-0, fouled off by Franco. 1 ball, 1 strike. Friedrich, pitch, hop to the plate and off quick, and the backstop. Down to second will go Byler, so he stands in scoring position for NJC. They 6-0 lead in the bottom of the first inning. Friedrich, fastball, bouncer by Franco over to short, picked up by Blake Dale. The throw to first in time to end the inning, but NJC plates 6. They lead 6-0 after 1. It's Plainsman Baseball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Six nothing NJC lead as we welcome you back for inning number 2 to Plainsman Park. The McCook Community College Indians will have Jackson Yeager, Corey Walters, and Maddox Shaver due up. Second brought to you by Sterling Health Foods. Get everything you need to fight the allergy season with your natural and effective supplements. It's affordable with their rewards plan. Stop by Sterling Health Foods south of Sterling on Highway 6. Jackson Yeager at the grand slam in the first game today for McCook, but at the time tied the ball game at 6. NJC would ultimately take the 8-7 victory. Really, these three, Yeager, Waters, and Shaver, the 3 best hitters for McCook in the front end of the doubleheader. Now with Soper 1-1 on the count, was able to work through the first inning with a pair of strikeouts and a ground out. One offering in the dirt for ball 2. Did need 17 pitches, though. Had to work a little more than you normally would like from 1-2-3 inning. 2-1 pitch up the ladder. Yeager swings and misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two pitch fouled off. Count will remain. To the exceptional pitch count discipline for NJC. They've now seen 191 pitches over 7 innings hitting today. That's better than 27 pitches per inning forced to be thrown by McCook. 2-2. Yeager bounces it. Foul, third base side. Pair of wins will put them right back in the middle of the pack in Region 9 standings with a very good matchup in Luna this weekend for them. 2-2 pitch. Yeager just gets a piece of it, fouls it off. We'll do it again. Soper. 2-2 fastball line right into the glove of James Nolan at short. So well hit ball, but right at Nolan. And the first out of the top of the second inning is recorded. We won't have any coverage of either the Plainsman softball at Otero or the Plainsman baseball at Luna this weekend. I'm going to be taking my time to enjoy being dad. My oldest will be performing in Sterling High School's production of Footloose this weekend. Fastball across to Corey Waters for strike one. As a theater nerd myself, I will go enjoy that piece of things. We will have a baseball game, potentially two, on 94.5 The Ranch this Saturday. We're going to head out to Marino for the Marino and Haxton matchup. The league game's the first game. We're still trying to determine if we can pull both off and still allow me to be there for the Saturday evening performance. 1-2, Soper. Pitch delivered, fouled off by Waters. We'll do it again. Soper. One-two pitch, dances, called strike three on the outside corner. Waters down looking for the second out in the top of inning number two. Third strikeout of the game for Noah Soper, and he'll tangle with Maddox Shaver, who went 2 for 3 in the first game today. Shaver, a pair of singles back up the middle, 2 for 4. He also struck out and popped up behind the bag at first. First pitch off the plate for ball number one to Maddox Shaver. Soper, breaking ball, tumbles across, 1 ball and 1 strike. One drilled out to center field, shallow center field. It's down in front of Harrison Good. He charged it hard, but that one just died for the first hit of the game. A 2-out knock in the top of the second inning for McCook, and will afford Blake Dale the chance to hit. Then JC holding a 6-0 lead. Soper pitched to that weak contact, and it just fell in front of his center fielder. Soper will drop a breaking ball waved at by Blake Dale for strike number one. Down in the zone, nearly at a 2-to-1 ratio right now is Noah Soper. 0-1 pitch across for a strike. 23 strikes in 35 pitches. Soper. 0-2, breaking ball off the plate, ball one. Shallow lead for Shaver at first, 1-2. Pitch delivered, swing and a miss. Another pair of strikeouts in the inning. Runner left on. NJC leads McCook 6-0. Bottom of the second next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 6-0 NJC lead as we welcome you back for the bottom of inning number 2. Plainsmen will have 2, 3, and 4. Windrew's Josh Cote and Lane Snow due up in this bottom of the second. Brought to you by Ice Lanes. Have fun with your family and friends at Ice Lanes. An affordable time awaits with bowling, food, and fun. 970-522-3331. Plainsmen batted around in the first inning. Brought 10 total to the plate in plating their 6 runs. Windrews struck out in the first inning. Takes a first pitch high for ball 1. Lee Frederick 43 pitches in that first inning. Arm tossing in the pen. Leash is very short on him as Drews hits a bouncer deep to third. Picked up by Luke Bias. His throw across the diamond just in time. Plainsman first base coach is protesting that the foot of Jackson Yeager came off the bag. I think the protest is more that the speedy Windrews beat that to the bag at first. Coach Catchell will come out of the third base coach's box and ask for a conversation with the umpire at first, who was the man behind the dish in game number 1. No video review, obviously, at this level, but the hand gesture and pantomime led me to believe the foot off the bag. That is something that the home plate umpire is to be keeping an eye on, but no change to the call on a ground out to kick things off in the bottom of the second inning. That'll bring Josh Cote to the plate. Cote walked in the first inning, came around and scored one of the 6 runs. Lee Friedrich, first pitch off the plate for ball number 1 to Cote. 16th home run of the year in his last AB of game 1. 3 consecutive games with homers against McCook, one of which I still don't think has landed from Friday. High and tight goes the 1-0. Count goes to 2-0. Time called, and home plate umpire will issue the warning. It's now 3-0 as Friedrich had taken too long in getting sent. So time violation, high, ball 4. The second walk in the game for Josh Cote will bring Lane Snow to the plate. Snow a single last inning. Try and get things rolling in this bottom of the second with a man on and 1 away. First pitch up the ladder for ball number 1 from Friedrich. One-0 pitch. Snow turns and tattoos a ball left field side down into the corner. It is fair into the corner and bounces off the wall. Cote had to hold up to make sure that Will Edwards didn't get there. So he goes first to third. Snow into second with a double for the Northeastern Plainsmen. And runners will stand on second and third with 1 away to Jackson Doty, who was hit by a pitch in inning number 1. And out comes Coach Olson. Lee Friedrich will not be given a chance to go any further. He is yanked after giving up 4 hits and 6 runs. The 2 on are responsible to him. He'll be replaced on a pitching change next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Pitching change for the McCook Community College Indians. One away, bottom of inning number 2. NJC holds a 6-0 lead. Van Wyck Insurance adds insurance from over 60 lines, and I'll help you find the right one to fit your budget. See him at 508 West Main Street in Sterling. New Arm is Geronimo Herrera for the McCook Community College Indians. Third appearance of the year, 3 innings worth of work, 3 hits, no earned runs. He's struck out 6 and walked none so far. Last outing was March 30th against Otero. He went 2 innings in relief and struck out 5. Hard-throwing righty will tangle with Jackson Doty. Josh Cote at third, Lane Snow at second. Lifted after an inning and a third is Lee Friedrich, 51 pitches. He's responsible for the 2 on the base pass, 6 runs allowed, 5 of which are earned, a strikeout, 4 hits, 4 walks, and a hit batsman. Herrera first pitch on the outside corner to Doty for strike number 1. 9-inning game. Your job now at this point, down 6-0, is to make it no worse. And JC's offense has exploded the last several innings. 0-1 pitch, home run swing, foul tip contact for Doty, no balls, 2 strikes. Really, when you go back, NJC 25 in the second game in McCook last Friday, 8 in the first one today, 6 already today. That's 39 in the last 16 innings that the Plainsmen have scored. 0-2 pitch, called strike 3, outside corner. Doty down looking for out number 2 in the bottom of inning number 2. And Harrison Good will step in. He walked in inning number 1, be charged with trying to drive in Cote and Snow and add to the 6-0 lead. Herrera, fastball into the dirt for ball number 1, too good. Pop back by Good, foul, 1 ball and 1 strike. Herrera. Breaking ball across, outside corner, 1-2. Good has not come up with a hit after coming in relief in game 1 today. He has had good ABs, though, couple walks. Have to battle from behind here. 1-2 pitch. He won't swing, and a miss. Herrera gets a pair of strikeouts in relief. Keeps it a 6-0 game. Plainsmen lead the Indians. It's Plainsmen baseball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 6-0 NJC lead as we welcome you back to Plainsman Park. Inning number 3. They lead the McCook Community College Indians in Game 2. First National Bank in Fleming wants you to be certain in your financial institution and certain in the management team. First National Bank in Fleming, member FDIC. 8-9-1, due up for the McCook Community College Indians. Will Edwards, Jake Quinlivan, and Luke Bias. We did not see in game number 1 today. Will Edwards, he'll take the first pitch for a strike on the inside corner. This is Edwards' 16th game of the year. 12 for 31, a homer, 10 runs batted in. He's drawn 6 walks. Edwards takes the 0-1 from Soper, lifts it out to center field. Harrison Good, little run into the deep gap, and he's unable to get there. It'll be a double to kick things off for Will Edwards. Much like we saw in the first inning of the Plainsman half for Jake Quinlivan out in right. Read the ball well off the bat, just couldn't quite time the jump right, and it's a knock for Edwards the second into the game and a man into scoring position for 9-hole hitter Jake Quinlivan. Quinlivan 1 for 3 and scored a run in the first game today. Soper. First pitch to Quinlivan, grounder to third. It's picked up, throw across the diamond by Byler in time. Crossing over is Edwards. 5-3 on the putout. Positive ground out, though, to be able to advance the runner 90 feet away from the potential first run of the game for McCook with 2 cracks to bring him in, the first coming from Luke Bias. Bias, 1 of 4 strikeouts so far in the game by Noah Soper. 2 in each inning. Soper, first pitch, Bias knocks it off foul into the right field side, wind blowing it, and it will get down near the line, but still foul for strike 1. We've seen the wind wreak havoc all day today. There were about 4 outs in game number 1 that the ball was pushed off that right field fence back into the field of play, one that was way out and pushed back in. Wind is starting to die down, but still a factor. Luke Bias 0-1. Soper fire the pitch inside and got him. Got Bias on the hip. He couldn't quite pull that left hip out of the way, so a 1-out hit batsman puts runners on the corners and brings Nathan Hutchinson to the plate for McCook. Hutchinson a ground out in his first AB of this game. 1 for 4 with a run batted in over the doubleheader. First pitch tumbles across the zone for strike number 1 from Noah Soper. One breaking ball waved at Hutchinson behind 0-2 as Soper has continued to pound the strike zone. 30 strikes and 44 pitches. 0-2. Soper way off the plate for ball 1. Twice as many strikes as balls. Able to keep McCook on their heels in spite of that high ratio. Breaking ball, fisted out in front of home plate, picked up by Cote. He'll throw a strike to first, back home, and Noah Soper at the plate could not get the tag as the throw was up, and sliding in safely is Will Edwards, so it's an RBI ground out. Makes it a 6-1 ball game, 1-3 on the putout. It's for the second out of the inning, but then the throw home, not in time. Michael Quick, with 2 away, will have a runner in scoring position. Soper will face the catcher, both donning number 7. Inside for ball number 1. 1-0. Soper will fire it in. It's drilled out to left field. Bias is moving with contact. He's going to be sent as the throw in, not in time. Quick will head to second. It's now a 6-2 ball game on the RBI knock. RBI ground out and an RBI hit, and Jackson Yeager to the plate. What was once a 6-run lead, now just 4, and you'd like to keep it there if you're Noah Soper and try and get through this with no further damage. Still a lot of baseball to be played in this 9-inning game. Breaking ball across for strike number 1. Soper missed his spot. Yeager couldn't take advantage of it. Oh, 1. Soper up the ladder, 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, in these 9-inning games, especially 4th game of the series, and you've watched this the last couple of years, that final game can get out of control quickly because you don't have as much in your pen. To have a guy like Noah Soper available to you here, it's the 1-1 pitch, paints the inside corner 1-2. Bodes well for NJC. Soper on pace to at least get through 5, potentially into the 6th inning. 1-2. Dances it off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Need your offense to keep hitting, though, because in many of these game 4 of the series, 6 is not enough. 2-2, pitch off the plate, ball 3. Soper. Payoff pitch. Checks on Quick. Popped up. Foul out of play over the backstop, and we'll do it again. Noah gets his sign from Josh Cote, 3-2. Off the plate, ball 4, and he'll issue a 2-out walk. Quick at second, Yeager at first, and have to deal with Corey Waters. We'll have a visit to the mound for the Plainsmen. 2 2/3 innings of work for Noah Soper, 55 pitches. It's his first walk of the game. He did hit a batter earlier. 3 hits and 4 strikeouts. But nobody working in the pen. This is just a reminder to Noah Soper that got to clean things up. Looks like maybe a little bit of a mechanical visit here for Coach Catchell. Soper's doing something to cause some of the erraticness in that last bit of delivery. Northeastern has everything covered for your educational needs. Specialized certificate, your associate's degree, get started, or even complete your 4-year degree. Northeastern has the path for you. Visit njc.edu. Runners on first and second. NJC leads 6-2, 2 outs, top of inning number 3. Soper, first pitch to Corey Waters, is driven out into left field. Moving on contact was Quick. He'll come home. It's 6-3 on an RBI single. And half of NJC's lead has been erased. The throwing keeps Yeager at second, and Maddox Shaver, who had the lone hit of the ball game coming into the top of this 3rd inning, will step in. And to find that elusive 3rd out is Noah Soper. First pitch high and tight for ball number 1. Also trying to find his command. He was at that 2-to-1 strike to ball ratio. Last little bit has not been kind to that ratio. 1-0 pitch onto the outside corner, evens the count out at a ball and a strike. Soper. 1-1 breaking ball into the dirt for ball 2. One fastball, grounded softly to the mound. Soper picks it up, throws a strike to first, and gets out of the inning, but not before he gives up 3. NJC leads 6-3, bottom of the third next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Bottom of inning number 3, 6-3 NJC on top of McCook. Our bottom of the third made possible by Farm Bureau Insurance. Melinda Hutt with your life, home, auto, farm, and ranch insurance needs. Stop by 431 West Main Street in Sterling. Josh Moore, James Nolan, Luke Byler. 7, 8, and 9 due up. Moore with a sac fly as a part of the 6-run first inning. Angling with Jerenial Herrera, who puts first pitch across for strike number 1. Herrera came on in relief last inning for McCook after Lee Friedrich struggled. Herrera 2 strikeouts in relief. 0-1 pitch, more tattoos, a ball high in the sky. Left center field, it's off the base of the wall and caroms toward right field. Moore's going to try and turn it into a triple. He'll round and he'll head, and the throw not in time. It is a leadoff 3-bagger for Josh Moore. And the Northeastern Plainsmen are in business in the bottom of inning number 3. Game 1 with the wind blowing out at 20. That would have carried up and out. Moore will take the triple, his first of the year instead. And James Nolan, who has a double to his credit, to the plate. First pitch watched by for strike number 1 by Nolan. He plated 2 runs on said double in the first inning. Oh, 1 high pop up, first base side out of play, no balls, 2 strikes. Just gave up 3, get the runs back. That's what you got to do after the 5th inning, where the Northeastern Plainsmen gave up the lead. Ball in the dirt from Herrera. Got past the catcher Michael Quick and caught the umpire to prevent it from getting to the backstop and plating a run. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Herrera. Pitch rifled to the backstop, foul. We'll do it again. I'd be willing to bet NJC has swung and missed on less than 7% of their pitches today. They're making really good contact. Of course, as I say that, Nolan goes down on strikes. First out in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Luke Byler will step to the plate. He walked in the first inning. Was the runner left on. So Herrera will fire a fastball in on the feet for ball number 1. One-0 pitch back up the middle by Byler. It'll plate Josh Moore, an RBI knock for Byler. 7-3 NJC. Able to capitalize on that leadoff triple and flip it back to the top of the order, beginning a third time through in inning number 3. Joel Franco a double in the first, scored a run, grounded out to end that first as well. Quick throw over to first by Herrera to keep Byler close. Fastball in tight for ball number 1. This is the first time Franco is seeing Herrera since the pitching change. 3 strikeouts, a triple, and a single. It's the hard-throwing righty. 1-0 pitch popped up by Franco. Shallow left field. Blakedale, the shortstop, out. The left fielder, Will Edwards, in. He'll make the catch, Will Edwards, for the second out of the inning. Byler remains at first for Wynn Drews. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a groundout to his credit in Game 2 this afternoon. First pitch, dropping a bunt is Wynn Drews. First base side, strike thrown to first, and it gets by Yeager. And now ruled out is Wynn Drews by the home plate umpire. Coach Catchell is going to come out and protest. Had to be out of the base pass. I didn't think he deviated enough there. Coach Catchell will protest with the home plate umpire. As it stands, it ends the inning on the base running miscue. Drews is still standing just on the infield grass at first. First base coach for the Plainsmen is also over as well. Plainsmen have not emerged from the dugout to begin throwing for the top of the 4th inning. Now they will. They don't agree with the call. The umpire is the one that ultimately makes that call, so it goes 7-3. Plainsmen do get a run, bottom of the 3rd, 4th next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Head to the fourth inning, 7-3 NJC with the lead. 7 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 4 left on. 3 runs, 4 hits, an error, and 3 left on for McCook. Noah Soper will tangle with Blake Dale, Will Edwards, Jake Quinlivan in the fourth. Soper, first pitch, a bender in tight for ball number 1. 60 pitches through the first 3. Struggled a little bit in the third inning. Get a swing and a miss. 3 runs all earned and 4 strikeouts so far, along with the 4 hits. 1-1 pitch on the count. Soper shakes the first, takes the second. He'll deliver the pitch. Popped up to the backstop, foul, 1-2. Dale a strikeout his first time up in the game. 1-2 pitch delivered. Grounder finds its way out to left field. So Blake Dale with the leadoff single for McCook. They're trying to claw their way back after NJC plated 6 in the first inning. Looked like they were going to run away, and then the pitching change kind of held them in check. Will Edwards with a double his first time up will step in. Fastball on the outside corner for strike number 1 to Will Edwards. Soper. A pop-up foul. Count goes to 0-2. Soper's had to work quite a bit in this game. He's only had 4 ABs where he's used less than 4 pitches. Pitch will be lined under the glove. That's another one. Third pitch, a single out to left. First to third. On the play goes Blake Dale. Down into second will truck Will Edwards. So that'll actually go down as his second double of the ball game. Nobody out top of the fourth. Runners stand on second and third. And Noah Soper, looks like he landed funky on a leg in the midst of that equation. Coach Catchell and the athletic trainer are out, and Noah Soper is going to exit the ball game. A pitching change. They'd already had an arm working in the pen, but Noah Soper injuring his left leg on that double. NJC leads 7-3. Nobody out, top 4 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Noah Soper gets injured after a double from Will Edwards back at Plainsman Park. Nobody out, top of inning number 4. Exited after a left leg injury. Did not see what happened. Had to have been some sort of plant or something on the exchange for Noah Soper. He's replaced by Evan Gale. We saw Evan Gale pitch for the Northeastern Plainsmen a couple weekends ago, an inning and 2/3 for him. Evan Gale on the season for NJC has thrown, let's see here, scroll down to it. Gale is at 8 1/3 innings of work, hung with a loss, 13 strikeouts, 12 walks, and 12 hits allowed. This will be his 10th appearance of the year for the freshman. Lefty for NJC. Pitched in the 25-3 win at McCook with an inning and a third. Didn't give up a hit, walked 2, struck out 1. Pitched in relief against Southeast and against Trinidad State. So we've seen him a couple times in our broadcast, and he'll tangle with Jake Quinlivan after the pitching change. Brought to you by Pete's Farmers Co-op. Farmer-owned co-op in Pete since 1915. 970-334-2204. Jake Quinlivan, a ground out off Noah Soper, waves at the first offering from Evan Gale for strike number 1. Get to the final game of the series. A lot of times you're seeing guys you haven't seen a lot this year. But this is a guy we've seen, and he's thrown already. Gale will dance one onto the outside corner, 0-2. And JC still has a lot of the regular arms available to them in their relief roles in this game, this 9-inning affair, and they're probably going to need them now. 0-2 pitch, lifted out to shallow center field. Harrison Good in, not going to get there in time. Dale will tag and come home. It's an RBI single as Edwards heads to third. Now 7-4, NJC's lead cut down to 3. Runners stand on the corners, nobody away in the top of the 4th to Luke Bias. Runner at third is still responsible to Soper. 4 runs all earned, 4 strikeouts, 6 hits, a walk, and a hit batsman. 67 pitches through 3+. Quinlivan, shallow lead over at first. Luke Bias. First pitch all the way to the backstop, and this is a 7-5 ball game. That'll close the book on Soper. Plainsmen still hold the lead as we work through the middle part of this ball game. Gale. Up the ladder for ball number 2 to Luke Bias. McCook definitely is going to need this second game. They found themselves in third place to start the day in the regional standings. 2-0 off the plate for ball 3 to Bias. Otero playing Trinidad today. That was the only one we didn't have a result from in game 1, as WNCC had beat Lamar and Southeast had beat Luna. Southeast beat Luna in both ends of the doubleheader today. Off the plate, the 3-0 goes ball 4. NJC came into the day tied with Trinidad for the final playoff spot. Moved into a tie with Lamar after they won the first, and Lamar lost the first for 5th place in the regional standings. Obviously, if Otero lost to Trinidad, that'd be a 3-way tie for 5th. Ball low as Nathan Hutchinson to the plate with nobody out in the top of the 4th. Quinlivan at second, Bias at first. Evan Gale called upon maybe a little bit earlier than he'd anticipated. He'd been warming up in the pen. Noah Soper exited, I think, earlier than the team wanted him to. Would like to have gotten him through the 4th, I think, before that leg injury. Pop up. Foul territory, first base side. Wind pushes it back into the field of play. And Joel Franco over from second will make the catch on the pop-up for the first out in the top of the 4th inning. And JC's 7-5 lead still holds, but now Michael Quick to the plate. 1 for 2 with a double in the second game this afternoon. He drove in and scored a run last inning. First pitch, he'll hammer out to right field on a frozen rope. Dies in front of Jackson Doty. Runner will come home. Throw across. Not in time as Baez slides out and tags at third. Byler tried to apply the tag, looking for the overslide from Baez. Quinlivan comes home on an RBI single to make this a 7-6 ball game, and Quick moved to second on the throw-in to try and get Baez for Jackson Yeager. A 3 spot in the fourth for McCook. They're back within 1. First pitch waved at by Yeager for strike 1. He lined out on a hard hit ball to short and walked in his 2 ABs in this game. Hit a grand slam in game 1 today. 0-1 off the plate for ball 1 from Evan Gale. And J.C. Bats are going to have to come back to life. 1-1 pitch waved at in the dirt for ball 2, or for strike 2, pardon me. Was ball 2, but swung at by Yeager, so 1 strike away from getting out is Gale. One-two pitch, pounded into the dirt, foul, third base side. Gale. One and two. Pitch driven over to short. Picked up by Nolan. Tossed to first and can't be dug out of the dirt by Moore. We're tied at 7. Run comes home on one that should have ended the inning, but couldn't be picked out of the dirt. Runners stand on the corners as Yeager's on to Corey Waters, who's 1 for 2 in this game. Evan Gale, third of an inning of work. Walked the batter, giving up 2 hits. Wild pitch. He allowed the inherited runners to score, both of them, and Josh Cote after a visit with Gale. Evan Gale won't be given too long of a leash as there is an arm in the pen for NJC. Got to get out of this inning. Low for a ball. Actually, it was just 1 out in the inning, so will be an RBI error. To make it 7-7. Waters watches it by in the dirt again. Error would not have ended the inning. I didn't have everything right in my book. It's now corrected. Gale hops it to the plate. In danger of loading the bases up. NJC, who batted around in the first. It's going to see McCook likely bat around in this top of the 4th inning. Gale finds the outside corner. 3 balls and a strike. Off the plate, ball 4, so he issues a walk to load the bases up. The 9th batter to the plate this inning is Maddox Shaver, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. And I don't think that Evan Gale's going to be given a chance to go any further. 7-7 ball game, one away, top of the fourth inning. Evan Gale will be replaced. Pitching change next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Pitching change for the Plainsmen, one away in the top of the fourth inning. Matthew Ramstead will be the new arm. 7th appearance of the year, 1-0 on the record, 7 1/3 innings of work. He has struck out 9. He pitched in the 11-0 loss to Southeast on March 30th, gave up 2 hits in an inning of work. Went 2/3 of an inning in the 14-4 loss to Trinidad. Gave up 2 unearned runs with a strikeout and a walk in that one. Gave up a hit against CSU Club, no hits against Dawson. He's a hard-throwing righty that has been a pretty good arm this year in spots for the Northeastern Plainsmen. Enters in a 7-7 ball game and inherits the bases loaded from Evan Gale, who had to come on in replacement of Noah Soper, who exited with a leg injury. 1/3 of an inning of work, 20 pitches, 2 runs both earned. Responsible for all 3 out there, no strikeouts, 2 walks, and 2 hits for Gale. And Maddox Shaver is the 9th batter to the plate in the top of the 4th inning. The first pitch is inside for ball number 1 from Ramstead to Shaver. Premier Farm Credit for over 100 years has been providing reliable and consistent credit to our area agricultural community. Visit premieraca.com for more information. Ramstead into the dirt for ball 2 to Shaver. NJC had a 6-0 lead after popping off in the first. Gave up 3 in the third, got 1 back, and now 4 here in the 4th. 9-inning game, so still a lot of baseball to be played as the 2-0 pitch on the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ramstead, fastball, just off the plate, 3-1. In danger of issuing a walk and allowing one of the inherited runners to score. Something that relievers are tasked with doing is making sure that the inherited runners don't plate. Obviously, inheriting the bases loaded with 1 away, one of the most challenging spots to be in. Count is run to full to Maddox Shaver. Ramstead fire, and it hops to the plate, ball 4. Quick comes home. Yeager, Wouters, and Shaver on. They're not able to move any further up off the RBI walk past ball. Now 8-7 McCook, still 1 out, top of the 4th, and Blake Dale to the plate, who led this inning off with a single. Ramstead Oof. Way in tight to Blake Dale. He just got out of the way of that one for ball one. That just rode up and in from Ramstead. 1-0. Ball hammered high into the sky and left field by Blake Dale. Windrew's over. He'll make the catch deep enough to plate a run on a sac fly. Jackson Yeager will trot in. Everybody else moves up a bag on the sac fly. It's now 9-7 in favor of McCook Community College. Runners on second and third, 2 away to Will Edwards, who's doubled twice in this one. Didn't play in the first game today. He's doubled to center, doubled down the left field line. Ramstead, first pitch, foul back by Edwards for strike one. You knew 6 wasn't going to be enough on that opening spot. You just didn't think it'd evaporate this quickly by the 4th inning. Ramstead hops it to the plate, taking off and swiping second is Shaver. Cote feigned the throw, trying to get Waters off the base at third and get the third out of the inning, but he didn't bite. 1-1. Ball pounded foul, third base side, 1-2. Ramstead 1-2, ball rifled foul, third base side. Edwards has got a lot of loud contact in this one today. Ramstead shakes off a couple from Cote. Finally gets one he likes. 1-2. Ball driven out to center field. Good retreating at the fence. He'll look up, back, and it's gone. Will Edwards, who has a pair of doubles, now has a home run, and McCook has exploded for 9 in the 4th inning. They lead NJC 12-7. Will Edwards with the home run is now 3 for 3 with 3 runs batted in and 3 runs scored today. Jake Quinlivan will have the bases empty. We'll finish the book on Evan Gale, 3 of the 5 runs allowed earned. And tag a couple on to Ramstead as Quinlivan swings and misses for the first. 2 of those 3 to Ramstead. Popped up out to right field on the 0-1 for Quinlivan. Over and making the catch is Jackson Doty to end it, but 9 cross for McCook. They lead 12-7. We head to the bottom of the 4th on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Northeastern Plainsmen find themselves behind 12-7 as we welcome you back to Plainsman Park, bottom of inning number 4. Rudy's Tires has locations all across the area. Rudy'sTires.com for more information. They can even come to you if you can't get to them. After a 9 spot in the top of the 4th inning, the Plainsmen will turn to Josh Cote to kick things off. Cote, Snow, and Doty as the first pitch to Herrera is in tight for ball number 1. Herrera sat an awful long time for a guy that usually doesn't pitch any more than about 2 innings in relief. He's off the plate for ball 2. Josh Cote hasn't seen pretty much anything he can swing at in this second game today after setting the program record for single season and career home runs and career runs batted in the 6th inning of game 1. 2-0 pitch on the outside corner for strike number 1. Herrera will fire the pitch, and Cote launches one down the left field side. Long run, and right near the line, Will Edwards is able to pull it in for out number 1. The Plainsmen retired on the leadoff batter for the first time today. On the second inning, they were retired on the leadoff batter. Lane Snow, a single and a double, will step to the plate. And the first pitch low to Snow for ball number 1. Herrera delivers the pitch. High pop up by Snow out to shallow left field. Retreating is the shortstop in Blake Dale, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. Not exactly the ABs you needed from 2 of your better hitters today. Down 12-7 in the bottom of the 4th. Jackson Doty, a hit by pitch and a strikeout to his credit. Really want to try and get to Herrera, knowing that he's going to be a little bit rusty. Doty lifts the ball out to center field on the first one he sees, and 3 flyouts. Plainsmen are sat down in order. 5th inning next, down 12-7 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. New pitcher for the Northeastern Plainsmen as we welcome you back to Plainsman Park. Inning number 5, down 12-7. Drew Haferkamp, the new arm for NJC, the sophomore from the left side, making his 8th appearance of the year. 7 2/3 innings of work, 12 strikeouts, 6 walks, and 9 hits allowed for Drew. Plainsmen down 12-7. Scoreboard brought to you by Gordon Insurance. Everything life throws at you, they've got it covered. 970-521-6109. Haferkamp hasn't thrown since the 11-0 loss to Southeast. Gave up 3 runs on 2 hits, a strikeout, and 2 walks in an inning worth of work. Pitched in the loss to Trinidad, CSU Pueblo, CSU Club. Miles, he's been a short-term relief option for the most part for NJC. He'll try to work the team through the 5th and maybe even 6th innings here as Luke Bias, top of the McCook order, due up, pops back. The first one he sees, foul for strike 1. Heading the 5th is 12 runs on 9 hits and error and 3 left on for McCook. 7 runs on 6 hits and error and 4 left on for NJC. 9-inning games. He's still on plenty of time to work with, but got to stay within striking distance. Can't afford the easy 1-2-3 that the middle of the NJC order just put up in the bottom of the 4th to give confidence and another inning worth of work to Jerenial Herrera. Haverkamp's off the plate, 2 balls, 1 strike. Got the first win, 8-7 did NJC as the fastball dips low, 3-1. Need this second one to have the season series, which will be involved in the tie breaks, because you know they're going to be factors. Most of these series in this region will be 2-2 series throughout this year. If you can find a 3-1 against one of the teams that you're potentially going to be tied with down the stretch, it'll be a big one, so got to find a way to come from behind here. A leadoff walk to Luke Bias to kick off the 5th. We'll bring Nathan Hutchinson to the plate. 0 for 3. Nate's grounded out to the mound to second and popped up to second in the second game today. Haverkamp, first pitch inside corner for strike number 1 to Hutchison. Oh, 1 in tight, ball 1. Plainsmen had their wealth of arms available to them already on their 4th today after Noah Soper was lifted early in the 4th. Ground ball over to short, booted by Nolan and out into left field. Bias is going to head to third. To second goes Hutchison. Second Plainsman error of the ball game. It's runners on second and third with nobody away to Michael Quick, who struck out, doubled, and singled through the first 4 innings today. His 4th plate appearance. Crack with runners in scoring position. A balk for Haverkamp. McCook's already 5 for 10 with runners in scoring position today. And before a pitch even delivered to Quick, a run will be plated on the balk by Haverkamp to make it 13-7. Haverkamp will come to the plate now with a runner on third, and the first pitch is a strike to Michael Quick. We've now seen 3 runs between the 2 games of this doubleheader plated on box today. 0-1, hop to the plate, ball 1. The 1-1 offering, foul to the backstop by Quick, 1-2. Double hitters are a war of attrition, especially the final game. You have these 7-9, 7-9, and that final 9 is who has the best spots. Haverkamp, 1-2, paints it at the knees. So down looking for the first out of the inning goes Quick. That'll bring Jackson Yeager to the plate. Yeager's 0 for 2 in this game. Lined out to short. He's reached his last 2, though, on a walk and an error. Did get a run batted in on that error. His first pitch is in tight for ball 1. Grounder to short. Ball couldn't be picked out of the dirt at first. Second, Yeager launches it out to center field. Harrison Good takes a trot, looks up and watches it sail over the fence. Gone. Jackson Yeager with a 2-run home run now makes this a 15-7 ball game. 12 unanswered for McCook in the top of inning number 5 with 1 away. Corey Waters, 1 for 2 with a single and a walk in this second game today, steps to the plate. Haferkamp. Low for ball number 1 to Waters. One-0 off the plate for ball 2. Way away for ball 3, and Haferkamp's just not able to get steady amount of command right now. 3-0 fouled off. 3 balls, 1 strike. One away, top 5. Plainsman now down 15-7. Low ball 4, and Haferkamp will issue a walk. Put Waters on, and Maddox Shaver will come to the plate. Out of the dugout pops Coach Catchell. And take the slow stroll out to the mound as the Northeastern Plainsmen not been able to quell the McCook Community College offense over the last 2 innings. Pitching change. Back with that next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Northeastern Plainsmen trail 15-7. 1 away, top of inning number 5. 5th pitcher of the ball game will be Creed Martin for the Northeastern Plainsmen. Drew Haferkamp responsible for the man on first, and lasted into the just third of an inning worth of work. Creed Martin this year for the Northeastern Plainsmen, 10th appearance, 11 2/3 innings of work, 23 strikeouts, 17 walks, 14 hits. It's allowed 17 earned runs. Just 0-1 on the year is Creed Martin. Guy with, I think, a fair amount of expectation from the Plainsman coaching staff when he came in here, and he'll tangle with Maddox Shaver, inheriting the runner at first, and a foul tip on the first one for strike number one. Martin has just not been able to live up to that expectation consistently. You'll see those flashes of brilliance out of Creed Martin. A one pitch, up and in, 1-1. He threw an inning, struck out 3, walked 2, didn't give up a hit in the 25-3 win in McCook last Friday. Threw an inning against Trinidad. Didn't give up a hit, gave up 3 runs. Walks and errors in that spot. Pitched a third of an inning against CSU Pueblo, walked 2, gave up 4 runs, 3 hits. It's not always been his fault. It's the defense behind him has let him down quite a bit this season. Martin will get a swing and a miss from Maddox Shaver. Evens the count out at 2-2 with 1 away in the top of the 5th. A man on first. Martin, he'll deliver the pitch. Popped up on the infield. Shortstop James Nolan over. He'll make the catch on the pop-up. Collectie's second out in the top of the 5th inning. Remaining at first is Corey Waters to Blake Dale. 2 away in the top of the 5th. Dale 1 for 2 with a run batted in and a run scored. He knocked a sac fly as a part of last inning's 9 spot for McCook. 3 in the 5th. It's Creed Martin. First pitch blows a fastball past Blake Dale for strike number 1. Waters, shallow lead behind the righty Martin at first. Creed will fire a fastball across, 0-2. Martin 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. He'll deliver it in up the ladder for ball 1. Still hasn't found a hat that fits. I think last year he lost the hat more times than he didn't when he delivered the pitch. 1-2. He'll fire it just high. Cote popped up like he thought that was going to be strike 3 to get out, and then had to toss the ball back to Martin, who now has a 2-2 count. Foul tip off. Count will remain 2 balls, 2 strikes. McCook has scored all 15 of their runs the last 3 innings. NJC scored 6 of their 7 in the first. Two and 2. Martin, fastball lined at third, pulled in by Byler, and that'll end the inning. Plainsmen give up 3, though. They trail by 8, 15-7, bottom of the 5th next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Bottom of inning number 5, Northeastern Plainsmen trail 15-7 to McCook. Harrison Good, Josh Moore, James Nolan due up. Bottom of inning number 5, made possible by Stubbs Gas and Oil. Sports fans, when you're traveling, you need the one stop that has it all. I-76, take exit 66A in Wiggins and stop off at Stubbs Gas and Oil. Good, a walk and a strikeout in this game. Jereniel Herrera, first pitch low for ball number 1. Herrera, since coming on in relief, 2 2/3 innings of work, just 27 pitches, 1 run. It was earned, 3 strikeouts, 2 hits, no walks. Good. Ahead in the count, 2-0. Herrera's had to sit a long time the last 2 innings with the offensive run support that his team has given him, but he is in line as the pitcher of record right now. 2-1 after a strike across. 2 good. 6 hits thus far for NJC. 2-1 offering inside corner, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got the side in order last inning. In fact, has technically retired the last 5 after a runner out of the base paths ended the 3rd. Pitch into the dirt, hopped by, count runs full to Harrison Good. Plainsmen over the doubleheader today have reached, including Good reaching on an RBI walk in the first inning. They've reached 7 of the 10 times they've seen full counts today. Three-two. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Good down looking for the first out in the bottom of the 5th inning. That'll bring Josh Moore to the plate. Moore with a sacrifice fly to drive in a run in inning number 1. Tripled and scored a run in the 3rd. He's the last Plainsman to cross the plate. At the time, put the NJC up 7-3 since 12 unanswered runs by McCook Community College as Moore takes first pitch low for ball number 1. Offering. Moore will watch it by in the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Herrera sails it off the plate for ball 2. This is his ball game. There hasn't been any action down in the pen since he came in, even though he's largely a short relief spot for McCook this season. Going to be asked to eat a chunk of this 9-inning game. 2-1 pitch in on the knees. 3 balls and a strike to Josh Moore. One away, bottom 5. Herrera. Up and away, ball 4. So Moore draws the walk. Got to get runners on, down 15-7. Moore does just that. And James Nolan, who has a double and a strikeout to his credit in this second game today, steps to the plate. He drove in a pair in the first inning. He struck out against Herrera. So 6 straight Plainsmen retired until Moore's walk. Let's see what kind of damage they can do now. First pitch, Nolan will smoke it down the left field line. It bends foul for strike number 1. Shallow lead for Moore behind the righty Herrera. Pitch delivered. Nolan rips it to the backstop. No balls, 2 strikes. One away, bottom 5, Herrera. 0-2 pitch. Nolan goes fishing on one away, and he's the second out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Luke Byler will get a crack at his 3rd time at the plate. He's walked and hit a grounder back up the middle for a single this afternoon. Bottom 5 down 15-7. You get a runner on. Try and do something with it. 9-hole hitter. Take the first pitch high and tight for ball number 1. And actually, no, it won't be a ball. That will be a balk as Herrera worked too quickly. So Moore will be given second. Count empty to Byler. Our runner in scoring position. Little pop up over to second. Takes a high hop. The throw to first is in time to get Byler. And in the inning, Plainsmen get the leadoff man on. Can't do anything with it. They trail 15-7 as we head to the 6th on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Creed Martin will kick things off in the 6th for the Plainsmen back at Plainsman Park, down 15-7 in this 9-inning affair. Coons Pump and Well Supply doesn't want you waiting until the last minute to solve your irrigation well and watering problems. 970-522-2035. Martin came on in relief last inning. Got through the final 2 outs as the 5th pitcher in the game on just 11 pitches. He'll face Will Edwards, Jake Quinlivan, and Luke Bias, 8, 9, and 1. Although Edwards has been the hero today for McCook Community College. Edwards has driven in 3, scored 3 with 2 doubles and a home run. And he's been great on the defensive side as well for McCook. He's recorded 3 on fly ball outs out in left field. Martin. First pitch in tight for ball number 1 to Will Edwards. Down 8 is NJC. Still 12 outs to work with, so plenty of time, but you can't afford to get down much more than this. The 1-0 pitch is off the plate for ball 2. Obviously, because the run rule does go into effect after 7, you're down 10 or more, game comes to a close. So, got to put up a bagel on the board here if you're in JC in the pitching department. 2-0 up the ladder, ball 3, and Creed Martin off to an inauspicious start with 3 out of the zone. Called strike as Edwards was steps to the bag at first. He felt it was the same spot as ball 3, and I can't necessarily disagree with him. 3-1. Martin gets a swing and a miss, and you got to use this to your advantage now if you're Creed Martin. Got a generous strike one call, and now you've got Edwards thinking twice and have the count back to full. 3-2. He went, called strike 3. He battled back from 3-0 down, and Creed Martin got the strikeout for the first out in the top of inning number 6. One away into 9-hole hitter Jake Quinlivan, who has a single to his credit, but also has grounded out to third and flown out to right. First pitch hop to the plate for ball number 1. Martin. One-0 up the ladder for ball 2. There's an arm in the pen for NJC, so Creed